Yo, what's up, guys? And this is the first ever episode of NBA 2K14. In the last episode, I recreating some of the changing history of the 2014 season. So this is 2013-2014 season, and now we are moments away here. In first game goes to Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. Here's the rules or sample. If you accidentally play as a copyright sound, just going to edit starting lineups instead. So be careful, there is the copyright sounds. You gotta be careful of. So there are only 3 NBA games here. You're gonna check out the NBA League Pass there. We got the Orlando Magic, led by Victor Oladipo, take on Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. The Chris Paul of the Los Angeles Clippers take on Kobe Bryant of Los Angeles Lakers, and the rematch of the last season's Eastern Conference semifinals between the Chicago Bulls and the Miami Heat. So, we're gonna skip the Orlando Magic and the Indiana Pacers. Who's gonna win here the first game? It's gonna simulate right there. They're in the first quarter, and looks like Pacers getting dominated over Orlando Magic by 28. Second quarter, another dominated. This time it was 26. Third quarter, another dominated. The score 25, and that will be the Pacers get dominated, winning by 38 points. A huge dominated by the Indiana Pacers. And now we're going to Staples Center in LA for the NBA opening night. First game of the day starts at 7:30 p.m. We're going to the Battle of Los Angeles as Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers take on Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm gonna control of LA Clippers because of Chris Paul right here, not Kobe Bryant, since Kobe is injury due to Achilles last season. Steve Nash is not a super team, and the Lakers did happen the worst super team ever. And Dwight Howard got departure to LA into Houston Rockets, joining with James Harden. So for this game, just like in real life, the Clippers use the blue shirts. The Clippers use the blue jersey. Let's see, the blue jersey doesn't he wants working on the opening night, and the Lakers gonna use some. There you go. There's the one of them. There's the blue jersey, and there is supposed to be a stock. He doesn't see the video show. There he is. So there is the opening night in real life as the Lakers win in real life, but I don't want to use this one. Who's gonna win? Hold on, and there was real life. Yeah, it was the Lakers won in real life, but we're gonna go through the rows. Let's get heads or tails. For the heads, it's the Lakers. Tails is the Clippers. It's gonna be the heads or tails. So first, heads is for the Lakers or tails for the Clippers. Heads or tails. We'll see about this. Heads or tails, we got. It's heads. It's the Lakers side. So then, just like in real life, the Lakers and the Clippers gonna be good game. Here's gonna be good, and now it's gonna be a good matchup here tonight. Or I don't want to use heads or tails. We're gonna go to heads. I'm gonna choose the Clippers right here, not tails. So now, first game of the NBA season in games 82 games. We see the changing of history. We'll find out here. We're gonna be the Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Lakers take on Kobe Bryant, and the Los Angeles Lakers is the Battle of LA. And now we are setting over to Kevin Harlan here in Staples Center. Just like the real life, the Lakers beat the Clippers without Kobe, 116-103, winning by 13. And now, anyways, enjoy the video and send it over to Kevin Harlan here in Staples Center, LA. Let's get started, and here you go.
Welcome to NBA basketball. This is 2K Sports bringing it to you live. Tuesday night in the NBA. It'll be the Los Angeles Clippers facing off against the Los Angeles Lakers. And with the game about to get underway, let's head to Kevin, Clark, and Steve, who are courtside at Staples Center.
This is it.
Opening day, the regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with my broadcast partners, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Man, can you feel the excitement in the air? What an exciting game opening night in the NBA. Let's check out the starting lineups. First for the Clippers, CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the backcourt. And inside at center, along 6'11", the sky-sweeping big man out of Texas A&M, DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Matt Barnes, and it's Griffin in at the four-man position. And then for the Los Angeles Lakers, Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. And holding down the middle out of Central Michigan University, the skilled and ambidextrous seven-footer, Chris Kaman. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Gasol in at the four.
It had been half a decade since the Lakers hadn't won the Pacific Division, and their back-to-back titles included in that stretch. But it was quite the fall from grace they took, as the Kings of the Pacific would end up 8-8 and third in the division a season ago.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Paul kicks to Barnes. Drains it from beyond the arc. Barnes has got the game going here with the first basket for Los Angeles. Touching back on the Lakers in the Pacific Division, you look at the problems they had with how they played, Steve, and the way the rest of the division stacked up. You could see the problems lining up for them.
Well, the division got better, Kevin. I mean, that's the big thing. Both the Clippers and the Warriors turned out to be excellent teams. And, Phoenix and Sacramento, not so much. But in the end, the Lakers really had to deal with a couple of teams that were just flat out better than them. Offensively, he's just one of those guys that needs a touch of space to get his shot up. That's all. And if he runs his man off a screen or somehow finds an opening, that's it. He's going to let that thing go.
And he is also a very rugged player at the defensive end. I mean, he will bull his way through any screen if it means staying on his man.
Griffin, defended by Gasol. It's tipped. Kicks it out to Paul. Offline from the top of the key.
And guys, Nash's workout regimen is the stuff of legend. At his age, he's in as good a condition as most second or third year players in the league. Still highly productive at 39 years old.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. And going back to Nash in his great condition. You watch it firsthand, Steve, and you have to wonder just how long, even with all those great techniques of getting his body ready to go, how long he's going to be able to play.
Well, last season, remember, he broke the bone in his leg that set him back. In fact, he missed in most games. He missed in 14 years. Normally been very durable. So, Father Time, as they say, is undefeated, Kevin, and is catching up with him.
Now here's Kobe.
Hey, get Kobe!
Shot clock at 6. Gives him the lead pass. Hit his leg. And the ref saying he kicked it. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Young from outside. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Young's got 6.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
Barnes kicks the post. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great.
Paul against Nash. He kicks to Young. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Jay, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
His leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it feels like it's either a dunk or a foul and a couple of free throws every possession.
You know, you go through the regular season, guys, and set all sorts of records for your franchise and wins and winning streaks and all that. You win your division for the first time ever, your first 50-win season, and what do you get for it? Bounced in the first round of the playoffs. It's still progress, though, and I think the Clippers will use that for motivation this season.
And another three for the Lakers. Offensively, his quarter has been perfect. Not a single missed shot. They've got to keep riding.
And that one's good. And it's 8 points for Chris Paul.
I love when he takes the ball inside. That's when he seems to really get on a roll.
Clark, as you said, the Clippers got up 2-zip on the Grizzlies, but all of a sudden it came to a crashing halt. The Steve had dropped 4 consecutive games, and just like that, we're out of the postseason.
Yeah, injuries played a part. Blake Griffin sprained his ankle, but I think the Clippers were exposed a little bit too. They're limited offensively on the front line, and maybe not quite enough shooting, but that's why they made the moves in the offseason, and they're looking to pick up and make some improvement in that regard.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Jordan Hill is checked in for King. Jamison comes in for Nick Young. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Kobe. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Steve Nash.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
And finish up Pau Gasol.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
And Doris Burke spoke with Mike D'Antoni. Doris?
He knows a big part of winning this game will come down to how well they can guard Blake Griffin. He said it all comes down to positioning and preventing him from getting inside. And guys, he's willing to concede some open jump shots to Griffin to do that. We'll see if Griffin can make him pay for it. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. And it's the Clippers with the ball, following the bucket by the Lakers. Good. Dudley's got his first 3 points of the game.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Take a look at Redick, one of the league's best, third in free throw percentage.
He seemed to be locked in from the foul line all last season. Just never got off that roll he was on.
The Lakers with the ball after the three-pointer from Dudley. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's good with the jam.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little... And then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Parker. Their teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Here's Griffin after Jordan Hill's bucket. Offensive rebound. Rejected by Gasol. The feed to Jamison. A floater.
Well, great length and skill for Gasol, guys. People forget he's one of the best post scorers in the game. A little underrated, if that's possible. He can finish with either hand, great footwork. He can score on the block. He can face you up and knock down a jump shot. To me, he's the most skilled big man in the game right now.
And Steve, you talk about his skill level, his passing and vision for a big guy. Really unique and special. Whether on the high post or low post, he does an excellent job finding his teammates for hoops. He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Farmar kicks to Johnson. He feeds it to Farmar. Jamison inside. Now the Clippers moving it up. And for three, Collison got it off in time, but it's no good. Both teams have it. and still close through the first quarter. Clippers ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween in the NBA. Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors take on Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers. It's the NBA Thursday.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Los Angeles.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, their passing has been terrific, too. Clark, we're seeing a lot of assists, really moving, a lot of flow offensively. I like what I see.
Clock at 6. Jamison dishes to Johnson. Hits it just before the shot clock expires. Johnson's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Lakers.
Hey, I think we all knew that the Clippers were good last year, but we really took notice when they rattled off those 17 wins in a row in December. And that was a franchise record, which had previously been 11. And that's when the league really took notice.
Here's Odom. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And you love the concentration. Gets hit, but stays with the play.
He showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Chris Kaman is checked in for Gasol. Young comes in for Antoine Jamison. Kobe's checked in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Nash in for Jordan Farmer. Well, it was the year of the win streak last season with Miami doing what they did and Denver getting hot as well. But you know, Steve, the Clippers had the first lengthy win streak and turned some heads earlier in the season.
Yeah, what was that, about 17 games in a row they won? And I thought that kind of established the Clippers in the West, put a little fear in the rest of the conference, and gave LA a swagger that I thought helped them get through the rest of the season.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, it's not often you see a team trade for a coach, but the Clippers did just that to get Doc Rivers. The Clippers gave up a first-round pick to get him, but they believe he is their guy. He has a title in his coaching resume, and that played a big part in why the Clippers were willing to give up so much to just acquire Doc. Rivers felt it was time for a change and gladly took the chance to take over a team that could contend immediately. Gentlemen?
No question he can help. Thanks, Doris. Lakers trail by 4.
Well, you know, Matt Barnes back in high school was an All-American wide receiver. He led the nation in touchdown catches his senior season.
Nash hits the Young. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
Now let's see if that triggers another explosion from him. He had 3 3-quarters in the first quarter.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Lamar Odom.
And a look here at how the Lakers ranked in the NBA last season. 4th in rebounding, 6th in scoring. And they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Not bad for a team that's got an awful lot of young, talented players.
And this is a team that really relied most heavily on the rebounding numbers that you talked about. I mean, top 5, they're a team that likes to attack the lane at both ends of the floor, really control the glass on defense. Try to pound you inside with the offensive board.
And for Matt Barnes, you can see some of that football influence in his style of play.
One of the highest recruited wide receivers coming out of high school before he went and played basketball at UCLA. But yeah, he really knows how to go and get that ball, whether it's a loose ball or an offensive rebound. And he's a good backdoor cutter as well.
You're right. He used to play high school ball in Sacramento. He had a lot of college coaches wanting to come play on fall Saturdays.
Well, a coaching carousel for the Lakers last season. They made it only 5 games before firing Mike Brown. Then they decided to go in a new direction. And, boy, they went through 3 different head coaches before all was said and done. They never really were able to gain that consistency they were looking for.
And the shot is good. Jordan's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, big man with very soft hands and a nice touch around the hoop.
When he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple, one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
So those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
Crawford, guarded by Cody. Crawford kicks to Griffin. He's against Hill. And Griffin scores. The assist by Crawford. 6 points for Blake Griffin. And back to the Lakers' struggles last season. What do you think, Clark, were the main... held them back from being the kind of title contender that they thought they were, and a lot of people imagined they were.
Well, how much time do I have? 3 or 4 shot clocks worth? I mean, I think there were a number of issues, as you might expect. Injuries played a significant role, but I think there was discord over how they should play, really no true identity. They were a big team trying to be small, a team without a number of shooters trying to spread the floor, older team trying to go up tempo, coaching change, and that transition.
Right, yes.
You had a lot of moving parts, and it made it very difficult for everybody, I think, and it showed in the opening season.
It's a good assessment. 50 seconds left now here in the second. Crawford kicks to Paul. Connects from three-point range. Paul's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
Now the dish to Doug. Fires it up. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead. Nash drawing the double team. Dishes it to Hill. Soft touch of the glass. Hill's got 10 points in the game.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
7 seconds left in the second quarter. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Here's Jamison. An absolutely remarkable shot at the top.
Was it ever? It doesn't get any better than that, fellas. Woo! The definition of much in the clutch.
He wasn't going to let anyone else take that shot. He wanted that ball.
And we're through 2 here in a good one. Clippers lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. The NBA season on 2K Sports has begun. Let's take a look back at our first half. The Los Angeles Clippers in front against Los Angeles. The three-point shooting, ridiculous. They're knocking down everything. Just a ridiculous first half for Chris Paul. He's got 13 points, and on the defensive side of the floor, he's definitely been contributing with some focused defensive work. And for the Lakers, they've been battling. They'd like to get this season off to a good start today. Nick Young has been tremendous in the first half. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. And to look at the games being played right now. Orlando right now trailing the Pacers out in Indianapolis. A lot of ground to make up for them and not a lot of game left. Now let's check out what's going to be coming up later on. The Bulls will square off against the Heat in Miami. Fans are eager for that rivalry game to get going. It's going to be a loud one in there. That one gets started at 8 Eastern. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with the call in the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now we return to the action here at the Staples Center in the heart of downtown L.A.
You know, last season, a lot of folks had the Lakers picked as the super team in the West, the team that would maybe challenge Miami and LeBron, but from the start, it just never was a cohesive group. It really had one of the most disappointing seasons in the Lakers' history.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Gentlemen, there's no doubting Chris Paul has always been a feisty competitor. Former teammate Tyson Chandler affectionately called him, quote, the angry little point guard, saying the dominance of his personality enabled him to control his teammates. And Doc Rivers, newly hired as head coach of the Clippers, said he didn't know Chris that well yet, mostly just from breaking up fights between him and Rajon Rondo. He said, quote, the first time I ever touched Chris Paul, I was trying to pull him away from my guy. I like players that have a fire about them, so I've always liked Chris because of that. Kevin?
Well, he'd know. We've seen some real battles between those two. Thanks, Doris. Clark, as you said, the Lakers had a lot of lofty expectations put on them, but you never know what's going to happen when a team is put together. And Steve, they just couldn't reach that bar that was set so high for them.
You know, the expectations were so high, Kevin, but injury issues cost them all season long. Nash, Howard, Powell, and of course Kobe with the Achilles at the end of the year. And that unit only started 7 games all season together, so they never really were able to develop any chemistry.
From down low, again the Clippers. Lakers trail by 3. Kobe kicks to Young. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Kobe's got his 6th assist on the night.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Guys, for Kobe Bryant last season, you talk about adversity. I mean, the coaching change, the team struggled, and finally, once they started to get back on track right at the end of the season, he tears his Achilles tendon. Tough break.
Tough 3-point try there with a hand in his face.
Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
Near the 3-point line, it's Nash. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, with him, what immediately comes to mind is the long-range shooting. I mean, he can knock down shots from anywhere, and of course, that forces the defense to locate him at all times.
And what amazing skills he has as a distributor, too, Steve. He doesn't just pass the ball effectively. He does it in spectacular fashion, too.
Rejected by Jordan. Ball left side from downtown, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
And for Kobe Bryant, the completely torn Achilles tendon. You wonder if his big minutes contributed. At age 34, he's second in the league, for instance, in minutes played. He averaged almost 46 minutes a game in the 7 games leading up to the injury. And this is a guy that when he is on the floor, high torque at all times.
Well, there's no evidence that playing all those minutes led to the injury. We know that the Lakers were in a huge battle for a playoff spot, so it's easy to see why the coaching staff decided to ride him like that. But it does make you wonder, at his age, was that just too much for him? Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Crawford comes in for Chris Paul.
Yeah, guys, did you know that the Clippers winning the Pacific Division last year was the first time it's ever happened? Yeah, you heard it right.
Good point, Frank.
That's the first time the Clippers have ever won the Pacific Division.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Back to Griffin. He's up against Gasol. 6 feet out, and Griffin puts it in. Griffin's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And what a time to be a Clipper fan these days, guys, with the way they've climbed to the very top of the Pacific Division. And, Steve, they've done it by beating up on the rest of the teams in that Pacific.
Well, Golden State gave them some trouble, Kevin, but otherwise they really rolled against the rest of the Pacific Division. And I'll tell you, it became clear within a few months last season that the Clips were going to run away with the Pacific, and what a long time coming for Clipper fans.
And the Clippers making a change here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Odom, the pass to Collison. Back to Odom. He dishes it to Redick. Drills the three-pointer. Redick's got 6 points.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Here's Gasol, and he makes it look easy. Taking it hard with one hand.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty acceptable?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
And Griffin backs in. Makes it off the glass. He's got 14.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on the clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality today. That if the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Outside, Griffin. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Griffin's got 16.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Nash kicks to Farmer. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
Twelve seconds left here in the third quarter. The drive by Paul. Count the buckets. Paul's got 8 points in the quarter.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Blake dishes to Nash. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. Blake's got his 4th assist in this one.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing. He has in his bag of shot making.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 8. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports.
It's a Halloween broadcast of the NBA. Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks take on Joakim Noah and the Chicago Bulls this Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time.
And the final period of play just about to start. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Los Angeles.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And how about the touch they've displayed from long range, guys? I mean, as a team, they are really shooting the ball well and executing from the perimeter.
Jordan, defended by Kaman. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers. Back to Kaman. Now the Clippers moving it up. Paul's running. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And here's a quick look at how the Clippers' schedule is shaping up. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
And no doubt the Houston fans really want to see their Rockets take that one. That's a good matchup there.
Griffin goes in. The finger roll finish at the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 12. Los Angeles has gotten on a roll from three-point line. They've been flawless. Six for six tonight.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush. Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys. Yep, right to the rack.
And it's Paul penetrating. Boom, he jams it straight down. Nice hops and determination that time. Clark to get to the... rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got to pass to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense. You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw earlier, we're seeing even more of it here late.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Kobe's checked in for Steve Blake. Nash tries in. Young, a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got 10 assists tonight. So active.
Absolutely on fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's where he's getting his points.
A 3 from Barnes, and that one's good.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
And he's doing all he can to keep his team in the game. Hasn't missed a single shot.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Blake Griffin doing all sorts of things. He has 23 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
Yeah, it is a nice number. He's taken it upon himself to really find his teammates and to get this offense going.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Clippers. Paul comes in for Darren Collison. And the Lakers call time here. And this matchup with Los Angeles, hard to believe, just the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season schedule.
And I'll tell you what, we've seen some tough divisional battles between these two teams before. We're going to get to see them 4 more times this season, starting tonight.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Mike D'Antoni gave to his team during that break. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Clark, when you meet so many times, by those last 2 games, you're not getting caught off guard by anything.
No, without question, Kevin. You have a familiarity there that really makes it easy for you to get ready for the opponent. You also get 4 games against the other team they play in the division, so you can see what's working and what's not. These 2 teams love to get at each other.
They know their tendencies, don't
They
they?
sure do.
And that one's good. That's now 26 points for Chris Paul.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet spring music all day long.
Shots good from Young.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're up by 9. 1:53 left in the 4th quarter. Los Angeles making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. Gasol with the steal. And the jam by Nick Young.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Paul goes in. Right through the D for the layup. Paul's got 28 points for the game. Timeout called the Lakers. They trail by 9. 1:41 left in the fourth. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Kaman, guarded by Jordan, and stolen by Barnes. The drive by Paul, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
1:21 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And a serious dunk to finish it off. Amazing hops exploding to the bucket.
Kevin, you don't expect to see that coming from the point guard position.
No way.
Boy, can he elevate at that size. That's impressive.
And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Kobe goes in. Inside to Gasol. Back to Kobe. And the Lakers take down 2 more.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's Paul. And the shot counts. He's fouled. It's a chance for a 3-point play.
They're forcing the ball inside. This is working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Well, in the last few years, it's been debated between Paul, Williams, and Rose as to who the best point guard in the league is. I think I'd have to sort of step early in that conversation now. But I would lean towards Paul's dominance and ability to turn around the Clippers as putting him just a notch ahead of the other guys on the list.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on him.
Shots good from Young.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
And Clark, last season's survey of league GMs agreed. Chris Paul voted the top point guard in the NBA. I don't have a problem with that, Steve. Do you?
Well, it's either him or Tony Parker, but I could go either direction there. But what you love about Paul is that he does everything. He defends, he scores, he passes. He kind of just figures out what's needed during the game, and then he delivers for his team.
Shots good from Young.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Griffin goes in. Rejected by Gasol. Kaman passes to Nash. From deep. Misses the shot. So the Clippers with the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
We thank you for tuning into this first game of the new NBA season. So for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K Sports team, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. But first, let's reveal the Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul.
So what a good game here. The first game of the NBA season, part of the doubleheader, is to check out the box score. Nick Young's got 35, Nash got 14 and 12, and Kobe only has 6 points, but they have 10. And for the Clippers, Chris Paul's got 35 points, same with Nick Young with 10 assists, and Blake Griffin's got 25. As the Clippers get the first game of the new season of the NBA. And now we're going to the second game of the night, goes to Miami, Florida. But they're not over yet. We're gonna skip in the next game. We're on our way to the next push through with the Chicago Bulls. So it's gonna be the next game. We're on our way to Miami Heat. Let's check out the other games. Danny Granger's got 41 and 9. George got 33, 14 and 10 for George Hill, and the old guys are bad for matchup, bad performance. So we're going to save the file as the NBA season kicks off tonight from the resimulation of the 2014, and we will see you later on today, the second game of the doubleheader in Miami, as Derrick Rose of the Chicago Bulls take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Is the rematch of the last season's Eastern Conference semifinals in 2013. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be seeing you later tonight in Miami as the Bulls battle the Heat. Sign up and peace out. Good night. I didn't say good night. Sign up and peace out. Goodbye, and we'll see you later on today for the Chicago Bulls and the Miami Heat game. So once again, sign up and peace out. Good night and peace out.